Hello everyone. In this video series I take old pictures of Runescape and talk about them to try and induce a bit of nostalgia, so I'll get right into it. This first picture was actually a submission, which is the first I've had. I haven't asked for any though, but it's cool that he submitted it. It's from Darth Bonsly, and he found it on the old Zybez forums, and it's a picture of me at level 124 doing law rune crafting, and I believe this would have been in 2007 or maybe 2006, I'm not exactly sure, but I remember I was getting 91 rune crafting so that I could do double natures and make some money off of it. Let's see, yeah, somewhere around 2007. So there are a few people circled there, although not me. I guess they just like the 126s. But I remember Henners. We were in the same clan, which was the clan. I don't know how many people know of it. I assume it's still around. I haven't heard anything about it in a while. Yeah, that's all for that. I've got some more Slayer pictures here, but I've already talked a lot about Slayer in previous videos, so I'm just sort of going to skip through them more quickly than usual. Yeah, just killing werewolves there. Bloodvelds, and let's see. Yeah, Bloodvelds were a bit different back then. It looks like at this point they put in the double doors there. I remember at one point it was just a single door, so I had a picture of where I was just ranging through the door because you could trap the aberrant specters on the other side of it. But when they made it the double doors, at first it just stayed open when you opened it, so the aberrant specters could actually walk into the Bloodveld area, but I don't think you could actually use a nose peg without having 60 Slayer to kill them. So if you were killing Bloodvelds and an aberrant specter came in, you'd get owned horribly. But yeah, then they made it auto-close every time someone went through, so that's fine. This next picture, I actually vaguely remember this, and I was actually slaying Dagonoths down in Waterbirth Isle, and I guess I was doing this to get the Dagonoth hides, which actually sold for a decent amount back then. I know I have a picture somewhere or other later that shows me with some pictures of my bank, and I've got a bunch of the spined armor, which is what you get from killing these Dagonoths, and if you make the hides into armor, it's yeah, spined armor. Yep, so healing off of the rock crabs there, that's cool, I guess. Would have been really slow. I remember these guys were actually quite powerful. I don't know how many of you have gone into Waterbirth and just fought the Dagonoths there, but I remember them hurting quite a lot. I don't know, maybe it was just me being a lower level back then. Okay, and another picture of Shadow Warriors. I've definitely shown a picture of this in a previous video, so I won't go too much about it, just training on Shadow Warriors in the Legends Guild. I think they only have 50 life points, or sorry, 50 health back then, not life points. It would be 500 life points, but yeah, I'm not really sure why I was training on them. I think there would have been better options. Yeah, 86 strength, not bad. As you can see in my inventory, I've got cakes to heal with, and I would have just gone and thieved them from the Arty market stalls there. I actually very much remember that I didn't know that there was a bank in the Legends Guild until like way after I killed these Shadow Warriors. I was just like shocked when I heard that. It would have been nice to know though. And also still using, actually it looks like oh no, those are weapon poisons because they drop weapon poisons. I was going to say, why was I using super attack when I've got normal attack and restore in my inventory? But no, still using Dragon Battle Axe spec with restore and the attack potion to boost my stats, so that's that. Some more killing the werewolves with a cannon, 77 range, oh boy. Next, 80 Slayer and killing Netril. That's cool, I guess. I remember rune boots were actually quite a lot back then. Burning some shades, cool. Yeah, I don't really know why I was doing this. It was probably just for the quest. Yeah, I can't imagine I did it much. I remember it was such a bother to get to Morton back then. I'm not sure if the quest to use that boat had come out at this point, but either way it was much more of a bother than it is now. Yeah, running through that swamp was just horrible. I remember that. Okay, and here we are. This is another Slayer task, killing moss giants, and I was burying the bones, I suppose, so that's why I got 58 prayer there. Yeah, burying bones back then. You have all these gilded altars and things now, but yeah, you didn't really have that back then. So, burying the big bones, I've got all those seeds in my inventory, and of course, Zezima has logged in and out on my friend's chat. I know someone's going to mention that. That always gets comments on other videos. So next I actually have a video clip, and this one, it's similar to the ones that I showed in the previous pictures of the past video, in that it was uploaded to Google Videos on September 28th, 2006, so it's definitely among the oldest clips that I have, and this is the Lesser Demon Champion from the Champion Scrolls, and the rules for this fight are no weapons or armor. You can still use prayer, and I believe you can still use food. So I was using Fire Blast. Yeah, I don't think the wave spells, or wait, no. Wave spells were out, but surge spells weren't. I'm not really sure why I wasn't using wave spells. But yeah, I also didn't have any idea what I was doing. I had auto retaliate on. That was not the best idea. I wish I'd show my inventory, come on. But actually, yeah, that Lesser Demon looks really good compared to other ones, at least. I've shown, actually, I think you can, if you just look at the picture that I have for this, since I made this series into a show, you can look at the little thumbnail for the show. I think I actually have a picture of a demon on there that you could see. Well, at least it's not hitting me much. It's a bit awkward not having the bar to show your health and prayer on the top there by the minimap. That's one of the things that I think people take for granted a bit now, but it was such a change from back then. Also, look at the spell that I'm casting. I like put both my hands out in front of me and fire the spell that way. Not quite as impressive as it is now. They have all that like Avatar, like the airbender stuff for the animations. I'm not sure how that works now, actually. Like, did they get the copyright permissions from the Avatar show, or are they just allowed to do that? Because the animations now really do look a lot like that. So, okay, well, I'm going to speed it along a bit here. Just showed my inventory. So, I had runes, potions, food, and the scroll. So, that's cool. So, yeah, I guess I don't realize that I still have auto retaliate on, so yeah. Oh, also, I didn't even think to mention it, but there's no autocast back then. The only autocast you had was if you were wielding a staff that could autocast certain things. So, like, Ancient Staff could autocast ancient magics, but it couldn't autocast any other types of spells. And you had to manually set it on to autocast in the weapons menu, like where you'd set your attack styles. You'd click on the autocast button there and switch to autocasting a spell from that. So, yeah, autocasting just from your spellbook was a huge, great change. Not sure why I'm not eating food here. Yay, okay, got it. 592 Slayer and hit points. Yeah, as useless back then as it is now. But anyway, it's not really about the experience. And yeah, that's it for this video, I think. So, hope you enjoyed. Some decent clips there. And for the next one, I actually have something very special planned, which I think people will enjoy. So if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe. I've got an annotation on the screen. And yeah, I've also got this sort of random picture that I'm not sure why I made it or where it came from exactly, but it's a little compilation of some weird things that people said. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.